The Spanish artist Francisco José de Goya y Lucientes, better known simply as Francisco Goya, published this startling image of a sleeping artist surrounded by frightful creatures in 1799. Wearing breeches and a long waistcoat, the man slumps over his desk, his paper and pens strewn about. He rests his head in his arms and is apparently oblivious to the riot of nocturnal animals emerging behind him. Monstrous bats swoop from above, owls converge on all sides, and a black cat gazes over the man's back, as though challenging us directly. A wide-eyed lynx with folded paws watches quietly over this nightmarish tableau. What are we to make of this motley crew of critters and this slumbering gentleman? Goya gives us a clue through the text he includes. Written on the desk are the Spanish words, "The sleep of reason produces monsters." Goya is giving us a warning. Without reason, without the ability to form judgments through logic, we risk unleashing monsters in our own minds and into the world. Goya wanted people to use their imaginations. Like his sleeping protagonist, he was himself an artist. But he wanted imagination used together with rational thought. Goya was a product of the Enlightenment, a 17th and 18th century intellectual movement that emphasized science, reason, and individual rights over tradition and superstition. The creepy critters we see converging upon the sleeping man were drawn from Spanish folklore, in which they were associated with magic and danger. For Goya, these creatures represented people's unreasonable fears. The animals themselves aren't truly frightening or evil. A bat is, after all, just another flying creature who eats mostly insects and small rodents. But let's admit it, they can be spooky. They only come out at night, they fly in uneven patterns, and they do like blood. In a caption for this scene, Goya wrote, "Fantasy, abandoned by reason, produces impossible monsters. United with it, it is the mother of the arts and the origin of their marvels." This image was part of a collection of 80 prints that Goya created to be widely produced and shared. All the prints in this series address themes of ignorance, witchcraft, monsters, violence, greed, and corruption. He intended his collection to be a form of social critique, or a way to comment on the problems that he saw in society and call for their resolution. He titled his series Los Caprichos, likely a play on the Italian word capriccio, a term that suggests leaps of the imagination and unpredictable whims or impulsive ideas. Goya was critical of the way the lower classes in Spain were oppressed by the government, which played upon people's fears to retain power. He felt that both reason and imagination together were necessary to guide Spanish people to real freedom.